mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real. If you really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Jackson, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, your chest will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see us. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then you sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her and picked my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, just stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't not get no rest. Calling off my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can't do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can't do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Put them up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like me. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody. That's dead and gone. That's fast. Keep rapping till I'm dead to get paid for it. Matter of fact, bury me with my microphone. I'm fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Zipping them out like a bag.
Unmute. What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your boy Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions. Well, I'm here with you today. Here with you today on a Monday. Just you see the title. It's going to be an open discussion. There's a couple of things I want to talk about today. Probably because you won't hear from me for the rest of the week. And the reason being is because I have a very important debate coming up this Saturday. So, speaking of debates, I want to just give my final thoughts on the debate last night, or what was the partial debate. Let's put it that way. So I had a debate set up with a brother since April 15th. We actually set it up in the beginning of April, and we were supposed to had a debate April 15th. It kept getting rescheduled. He kept rescheduling. I was ready to go. And then we finally decided, like, hey, we're going to rock out with it last night. And he no-showed. So, shout out to SVDL. The commissioners did what they had to do. They let me present my information, and I'm going to be judged accordingly. So I checked the website this morning, and I hadn't seen the updates on the scores, but it's all good. I know they'll hop on it. So that's that. And I want to say this real quick because I saw some people in the chat saying that the presentation was really good. And first of all, I appreciate that. This is like my second debate. And I'm still trying to get my groove, trying to see what my strengths and weaknesses are. But I feel like my strength is in my presentation. My PowerPoints are always illustrated. I always have my wife generates these nice AI images for me, and then I could like put them in however I want them into the presentation and things like that. So the presentations always look nice. But outside of the presentations looking nice, I feel like I pack a lot of good information in them also. So it was really good to see that people were in the chat actively saying that was some really good information, because they were trying to. I bet everybody thought that that debate was going to come off like just a battle back and forth with black women ain't shit, black men not shit type debate. But I tried to cater it to where I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to present a bunch of facts from a lot of doctors, a lot of behavioral specialists and everything as to why black men are in the position that they are in this country. And because of the position that they're in, it makes it hard for them to be able to correct the black woman. So I'm hoping that I made that point clear. Be real interesting to see what the scores are. Oh, just a person I want to talk to. Peace, Akasha. If you want, yeah, because I was getting to you next. If you want, you could hop on for a minute. So I got a bunch of stuff I gotta get to tonight. So let me paste that link. Yeah, if you want to hop on, you can. So that's that debate. And like I say, I feel like I'm gonna get better. It's my second debate. The guy that I was supposed to debate had probably like 20 to 30 debates, but he never showed up because he realized he probably couldn't defend what he was saying. So that's how that goes. And now here's my opponent for this coming week. What's up, Akasha?
Peace to you. Peace, Straight Talk with Trevor Society.
How you doing? Uh-oh. I think you're muted. Are you?
No, I'm in the car and my baby's got his phone going in the back, so I muted myself. So
Okay.
you could talk without hearing all of that.
All right. So we have a debate coming up this weekend. And it's okay. So let's first of all, like, you came up with this title. I want to ask you, like, just what was the reasoning behind the title? Like, was it something you heard me say, or what was the reasoning behind the title? And just give the title, actually.
Sorry. The title is, Are fathers unrealistic expectations detrimental to their daughter's future mates? And like you, I did some recon, and since you're now a YouTube personality, you have a YouTube presence. I went and found something because in our previous talks, it's we agree, we agree, we agree. So I did some recon and started listening to the shows and gathered a little bit of information and threw this out there and was like, okay, let's run it.
Hmm. So you, so you basically did what I did to Madon. Just so should I expect that you're going to use my words against me? That
Oh, I don't know. I heard, in your post debate show, you said that you were going to gather everything that you knew about me and my debate style from all the contouring that I did from all of your critique and criticism from last season. And I'm not going to lie to you. I just kind of giggled and was like, well, you know what? There was a difference because last season you were dealing with Holly. You saw Holly, the very meek, the very humble, like you said, turn up. There was no turn up. Like, I mean, now from this point forward, like, everybody's having to deal with Akasha, and that's a completely different beast. I mean, so you have no idea what you're about to step in the ring. The thing about being a rookie is that, you know, you are unknown to everybody else. But the same way that you sat back my rookie season and you watched me and, you critiqued and, congratulated, I will definitely say that as well. I'm not going to, try to paint you as being a bad guy or anything, not completely anyway.
I appreciate that.
You critiqued, you criticized, and you congratulated. And, from all of that, I told you every time, thanks for, being on my journey with me. And I promised you that I would just continue to get better. Well, guess what? I'm better.
So just so everybody knows, since Akasha came into, well, Holly at the time came into the league last year, and for whatever reason, I would say this, I just took a liking to her debate. So I really can't tell you why, but I just did. And after every debate, I would like write this long summary of like what I thought she did well, what I thought she didn't do well, and things like that. And most of the debaters that I did that to, they'd just be like, oh, whatever, you're not debating. But she would like literally take the advice. And you could every week see her constantly getting better to a point where Solar did one of those pre-playoff interviews with her, and she mentioned me. And I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I'm listening to the stream. I'm like, holy shit, she actually mentioned me. So it was just, it was inevitable that once I joined the league that me and her were going to have to debate because if you guys heard about a month ago, the debate was supposed to be with me and Blue. But they approached me with this debate, and Blue was able to debate Dembele, and so it all worked out good because that was my only contention. Like, I don't want to take a debate away from Blue, but I want to debate Akasha. So it all worked out. So there we go. So this Saturday, it's a Saturday, right? The 29th. Yeah. So this Saturday at 8, I think is 8, 7 or 8, one of the two. We're gonna have to have it out. We're gonna have to hash it out, man. I mean, I really don't know, because like when you listen to a title like that, it is so much to the imagination. Like, as far as how subjective this conversation could be, but just like the Madan Komet debate, I tried to take it from a subjective debate and give you real scholars and info, and that's where I'm coming with this. That will be the only thing I'm gonna give you. I won't give you any other approach, but I will tell you, you're going to get some PhDs. That's all I'm going to say.
Good. Yours can battle mine.
That'll work because when we talked about it, I'm like, damn, I can't. Like, I could do a debate like this, but it wouldn't be just shooting from the hip. But then the more that I thought about it and I started looking into things, I'm like, you know what? Let's rock, because it's these type of debates that I like. Like, so when you guys hear me in these post interviews, and my whole thing is always I want to bring a different flavor over here, because we always do the same type of thing. So like this is that type of debate that let's just have some fun with it. I do think I'm going to beat you. I mean, there's no I'm not, and I'm not just bullshitting for hype, but I really do think I'm gonna beat you, because I think my presentation is just going to be stronger. I mean, that's where we are with that.
Well, first of okay, baby, hold on one second. I'm sorry, but I know you did, but um, first and foremost, I'm not, you know what? I'm not even mad at that, because you're supposed to, to have that type of fire. Like I came into the league my rookie season and I was very humble. And you see that humble don't get you nowhere.
Not a
Like
damn
people look
place.
around and they see you as being food. They're going to, talk crazy to you and everything else. And it's like, you know what? I'm just trying to show reverence, because you've been here. And I mean, even for me, the other rookies that like I had a stacked rookie class, and I mean I got other rookies that are looking at me like I'm food, and I'm like, but you mean you can't do the numbers that I can do? Like just because you got a god mic or you got a booming voice, and I'm over here with the softer voice and I'm more meek, and you think that I'm timid. You're very confused here, sirs, because like numbers don't lie, and I can put up the numbers. But I will say this: you just said you have the better presentation, and I can tell you that's not true at all, because the key word there is number one, presentation. And they say that I'm just pretty presentations, so you won't get that off me. But what you meant to say was you have the better argument, and so you do not. Sir, you do not.
No, I
I,
got no. What?
definitely, I feel you. You're supposed to come in, wanting to fight. I want you to. But I will say this, like, I mean, I heard your post debate show, and you were saying like uh if MD won the rookie, okay. But I left a message up underneath in the comment section, and I will say this. I'll say it again live on your show. You definitely have my vote. I said it, and I'll say it again, just like you did for me last season during my rookie season. You have the strongest strength of schedule. Like, I mean, he can say what he wants to about you, and the things that you choose to debate, but he's I mean, Madon and Dembele twice. Like you're debating some. I don't care, how seasoned Dembele is. He hasn't. I mean, like he hasn't been debating in numerous seasons. I think season 3 was his last. We're in 5, going into 6. I mean, he still has to shake the rust off, and he's already had 2 debates, and you trying to get your third out on him? Like, nah. As to where
You breaking
you,
up.
Trevor, like, not. How about now?
You were. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Not only are you debating, but
Oh,
you're
it's your
also.
fault.
Oh, can you hear me?
You're good.
Okay. You're also debating, people that are titled. So,
Yeah.
like, you definitely, for me, I don't care what it is that you're debating. The titles of what you're debating, because like the people that you were debating gives you the leg up, if you ask me. So I mean, again, my vote, it don't count, but for what it's worth, you got my vote for Ricky.
I think the whole what I'm debating title is that's just something for that's just something to drum up arguments, because I mean when you think about it, that Master P versus Jay-Z debate was like one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a rookie coming into the league debating a rapper on a rap topic, just going bar for bar with him. And like that debate was exciting. It was something different. Like it had people talking, people are in the chat actively arguing. I had my white coworkers coming up to me like, bro, I think you won that if you had you not given up that time. Like it got people talking. So that's my whole thing. That's what I want to do. I never came in here saying that I'm trying to save the world with debates. I never did that. I said I want to be exciting and I want to debate things that I haven't heard before. And this topic that me and you are going to debate, I for damn sure never heard. So I'm all in and I can't wait, because when I came into this league this season in my hound session, you remember I said, I don't care if I win or lose. That's not what I'm in here for. I want to get the timing down. I want to do this and that. But the more I watch these debates, and like we're only separated by a few points. So I'm no longer am I like, oh, I just want to be the guy that's just give you a good fight and blah, blah, blah. No, I want to beat Yanga. I want to beat KOT. I want to beat a Nakasha. So and that's what I'm saying. Like you're going to get this Saturday, I'm going to go full wrestling style. You're going to get everything. And I'm going to leave it all in the ring. And when it's over, it's over. It's just okay. Whatever.
You know what? And I'm so glad that you have, that attitude, because when I put you in this figure 4 leg lock, I don't want, no tears. I don't want Solar playing the Carl Thomas for you. I mean, just be the good sport that I know you are. But I need you to come with that fire. I need you, but at the same time, I need you to remember who it is. You called, I came. Candyman, call my name.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that Carl Thomas from me. I'm just saying.
So emotional. I mean,
hey, speaking of, when are you gonna start dropping your music? I heard that you're quite the what is it, songbird?
Oh no, heck no.
I keep hearing you talk about music. What kind of music do you do?
But you know what? Listen. I actually have to get up the courage to do this. I mean, because you should know from me, in seeing me all season 4, I'm just not I'm not a YouTube personality. I am very quiet. I sit over in the corner to myself, and so even. To this day, now I'm in my 2nd season over at SVDL, and as soon as I hear Solar say, "Gonna pass the rock over to Akasha," immediately I start sweating. If you look at me, as soon as my camera comes on, I mean, I'm wiping around my eyes, on my brow. I'm sweating because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much going on, and my heart's racing a million miles a minute. Hey. You want to talk too? Yeah? Okay. But what? But no, I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me I've got things to say, start making content, and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You should though. I mean, you know what? Because we need more Black women flooding these spaces with positivity, and not the bullshit that clutters his airway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of these days, I'll get, up enough courage to hit that live button and, and talk with the people. It's kind of hard. People are so judgmental and everything else. I mean, you feel me? My babies are in the background. I just walked in from, this job and straight to mommy business and everything else. And it's like, oh, okay. But just me and my kids.
Trust me, I know, man. The judgments, man. I gotta address some later, in this stream. But man, it's it's a crazy space, man, that people just feel like, they can get on here and tell you anything they want and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely not for everybody.
It's
But
definitely not. I mean, it's not even so much like I've gotten to the point of, for the most part, I would say 80% of the time, not only, about people coming at you with saying whatever they want, but saying about you whatever they want. It's like, okay, at some point in time, you have to know that this cool, calm demeanor is going to drop. And I'm just going to like, okay, well, let's talk about it. You want to talk, you say this, that, and the third about me, but at what point in time do you think that I'm just going to be like, okay, well, this is where enough is. This is the line. I kept moving it back further and further, and you kept crossing it. Now, this is where I'm going to stand my ground, and we're just going to have to get it in.
yeah, it's a toxic place, man. Like I was nervous even bringing my wife on here, man, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, bro, I got people saying all type of shit about me, and now I'm about to bring, my wife on here. But we try, you know what I'm saying? We trying to do our own thing. So it's like this space is totally, not attached to anything that I previously was in or anything like that. So it's like that's why I try to make amends with anybody that I had issues with, anybody that I ever cross, and I'm like, listen, if y'all will forgive me, I just want to start fresh and just be done with it. Like literally all I want to do is debate and make content. So,
Okay.
that's how it is.
That's why I was here. And I mean, I want to say this, and then I'm going to let you get back to your show. I mean, one of the things, when I realized that you actually had a channel, I was like, oh, snap. And, I came over and was looking at content and everything. And one of the things that I completely gravitated to with you and your wife's journey through the NICU, as I was telling you, I've been there too. And, I just want to once again publicly say, like, that is something that you never hope another parent has to go through, but like, you are forever tied to other people who go through that journey, because that is a serious like issue. You mean you having a baby as a woman, and then that child is away from you for however many days, however many months. You go home and that baby doesn't go home with you. So like, I very much appreciate the journey that you and your wife went through with your baby girl.
Well, I thank you for that. Now you're giving me an idea because the March of Dimes is coming up in Florida. We may have to do an episode about that. Because so many other people have that journey. Like I'm looking at my friend Tequila in the chat, and I know she's been through that journey. So that may be something that we may have. Yeah, see Nene saying absolutely. So yeah, that may be something we need to do, and hopefully you'll participate in that, because I don't think enough people know what it's like. You know what I mean? I try to tell the story from the perspective of the fathers, but at the end of the day, the moms are the ones that's really, really just catching hell. So I sympathize with that, because like I watched my wife lose tons of weight and just be up miserable, crying all hours of the night and things like that. And a lot of times as a man, there's nothing you don't, because you don't know how to deal with it. You're not experiencing that. Like my daughter knows what my wife is like on the inside. So, you know what I mean? So even though me and my daughter have this unbreakable bond, she still knows what it's like to be inside her mom. So their bond is just crazy. So yeah, I definitely want to do that show, because the March of Dimes is something that we participate in every year, and it's actually coming up in May. So that's something that I definitely want to do a show on. So yeah, I appreciate you coming by. I know you got to get to mommy duty.
I do. And to you and everyone in the chat, I'm not a drinker, but if you are, please have, a sip of whatever it is that you drink. For me, today is my solar return. So I am celebrating with the babies.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Come on, Lovey.
Happy birthday. All right, yeah, I'll definitely, I'm a drinker. I'm the man that drinks on. I'm the man that drinks on air.
Yeah, I seen you in your suit and having your whiskey.
Well, thank you. I thank you for coming by. I need to I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Mother.
I guess just keep streaming just so the other debaters know that I'm over here. So if they want, they could stop by and just, chime in with
Okay.
whatever they want.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I will
All
see
right.
you on the battlefield on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And please bring your A game. You're gonna need it.
I will.
All
I
right.
will. All right.
Peace here.
Peace. So glad that Akasha was able to stop by. Yeah, and this Saturday, April 29th, I want to say at 8 o'clock, I will be having my third debate of the regular season against her. Our fathers' unrealistic expectations detrimental to their mates. I know I just butchered it, but yeah. Check out solarvisiondebates.com and you'll see it. All right, so I don't want to hey Nene, don't kick this guy out yet because I'm gonna address him. This Noab Cybot guy, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm gonna address you. You're gonna get the attention that you're asking for. So just stay tuned. So what was the next thing I wanted to get to? What's up, Ricardo? Oh, peace to everybody in the chat, man. Tequila. I see Michael just stopped in. Was it Ricardo? And those of you that's watching in the clouds, if you're a debater from SVDL, feel free to hit that link and hop on. God, I want to. Hey Nene, as long as he doesn't get disrespectful, you don't have to kick him out. I'm gonna deal with him. I'm gonna address him. So like I said, we had an interview. After my debate last night, my debate victory by forfeit, which I didn't want it to be that way, but it was that way, and I had to take it. Solar did a panel where I basically challenged MD because MD is another rookie and another rookie. And to me, MD is like a tremendous debater. I don't think anybody could touch him in the political realm at all. MD doesn't particularly like to debate the type of things that I debate, but I'll meet him in the middle with something because I think at the beginning of the next season, the two rookies have to go at it to determine who the true rookie of the year is. So I'll say that. The next thing, also we had a conversation with KOT. KOT is been on a tear since last season. KOT was heading to the semifinals before the season was abruptly ended. So he calls himself the uncrowned champion of season 4. So yeah, Michael, I'll send you the info, but go to solarvisiondebateleague.com or solarvisiondebates.com. Yeah, something like that. And you can sign up. But we're basically at the end of the season right now, but the rules and everything are over there. So KOT has just been on a tear. So Solar calls KOT on the air last night, and me and KOT get into a conversation, and I let KOT know. So like if the playoffs started today, then I would be debating. I'd be debating KOT, and yeah, St. Louis, what's up, man? You can hit this link if you want because I'm about to destroy whoever this noob soundbot or cybot, whatever he is in a little bit, but I'm gonna show you how much of a coward he is. He's gonna sit here. I'm gonna show you how much power I have over him. He is going to sit here and listen to me go through my entire show, and he's gonna stay in this chat and listen to me. That's exactly what he's going to do because he's not a woman. So I mean, he because he's a woman. So that's that. So I just put the link in the chat. So what was I saying? So KOT asked me a question. So we said like, oh, if the debate started today, what would he want to debate me on? And he was like, oh, because I believe in the American dream. So I believe in the American dream. So KOT was like, oh yeah, I wanna debate you on the American dream. I'm like, well, bro, what you gonna put up? I say, because in the playoffs is different. Like, I'll take this debate with Akasha that I'm taking. It's going to be an uphill battle for me. But I love that, because the way the debates are structured right now is not really wins or losses. You're going off a point system, and that determines your seeding. So for the regular season, I'll be okay with it. But if it was a playoff, I'm not taking that debate with her. So I asked KOT, I said, well, would you put the American dream versus the Israelite doctrine? And he was like, yeah. So there you go. I told Solar, just lock me in. If me and KOT somehow end up meeting one another in the playoffs, that's the debate right there. That's it. The American dream versus the Israelite doctrine. What's better for black people? That's it. I'm going to stand on the American dream all day and twice on Sunday. All right. So got that done. Yeah, see, a lot of people are saying that this Nob Saibot is bro, if this Nob Saibot guy is who I think it is, I'm gonna say I'm honored. Because if it's the guy that I think it is, let me address this now so I can get to the rest of my show. If it's the guy who I think it is, this guy has a channel that's so much bigger than mine, so much bigger than mine. So the fact that he would come over here and try to harass me makes me feel like the Straight Talk Society's message is getting out, and we're reaching other we're reaching broader horizons. So here's what's happening. So I've been getting a lot of these trolls coming over lately. This Noel Saibot and this another guy, a boxer, Jersey, Tony, or whatever. Because I made up with St. Louis, who's in the chat. Me and him made up. We squashed our beef. People don't like that, because they don't like him. So they're like, okay, well, anybody that's affiliated with him, now I'm going to start attacking that person. So I'll say this, Nob Saibot, things like that. You guys are Geno Jennings butt boys. I'll tell you that right now. What I don't think you realize about me, that I'm not that channel like you gospel gangsters that sit over there and argue about the Son of God in heaven and all that. Y'all yell at each other and y'all do all that type of craziness. I'm not that guy. I will cuss you and your mother out and not blink twice or not think twice about it. So I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm not going to curse any of you out today. I'm not going to do it, because that's not this stream. I want to have a good stream before I go watch Monday Night Raw with my daughter. But if you guys don't stop coming over here, harassing me, leaving comments on my wife's videos, if you got so much to say, hit that link. I'm not gonna debate on your stupid platform, because you guys have no structure. See, that's the problem. If you guys have some type of structure, then I may entertain you. Go check out SVDL and see how it's done. You guys just argue over each other. You guys have zero structure. I need structure. I need an opening. I need a premise. I need a rebuttal. I need a rapid fire. I need a closing round. You guys debate without PowerPoint presentations. You guys debate without sources. What the hell kind of debate is that? Bro, y'all need to stay from over here, or else you're going to get your feelings hurt. Like, for real. Because I'd cuss you, your mom out, everybody out. I'd make you all feel it. Like, you guys go to church, not me. Y'all go to church. I'm not into that. Y'all butt boys off of Geno Jennings and stuff like that. And I think you guys are mad because I'm going to be interviewing Reginald Young in a couple of weeks. And I said it once and I say it again. Reginald Young is the only person on record to have ever beaten Geno Jennings in a debate. It's absolutely true. And you guys are so pissed off about that. It hurts your soul because you guys follow men. You aren't men yourselves. You have to follow men. You follow behind what men tell you to do. You can't think on your own. You're incapable of thinking on your own. That makes you beneath me. That makes y'all beneath me. So keep coming over here. Keep coming over here. And you won't hit the link. I know you won't hit the link because you're afraid. You're afraid to have a conversation with me because your apostle didn't give you permission to do it. But you could come over here in the chat and try to harass me. Come on, man. y'all not ready for me because I tell y'all this is not that type of channel. This is not that type of channel, bro. Like I'm like a legit. I'll cuss you out, man. I'll make you feel bad. Like I'm not that dude. So Nene, if you in the chat, go ahead and kick him out. I'm done with him. Yeah, I'm done with him. Get him out of here. Lay off his mom. She does good work. Yeah. Hey, Mike, he don't know about over here. Like we ain't in the church. Like we don't, these guys argue at one another and they make a million videos off of each other. We don't do that over here, bro. Like we'll make a, like we will really, really make them feel bad. Like for real, make them feel bad. I got zero problem with just hurting someone to their soul. It's not, it's nothing. I do it, do that shit when I wake up. It's fine. But moving on to the next story. So definitely I'm looking for that KOT debate, man. Like I am really anxious to debate KOT now. Like I want KOT and I want Yanga. And it's nothing but respect for Yanga, just because Yanga, to me, for the longest, I thought Yanga probably should be the champion. But right now, that's clearly Rio. But then KOT is like right on Rio's tails. I don't think I've ever seen a debate between those two. But at the same time, I'm gonna knock one of them out. I mean, and it's just what it's gonna be. So I want to go on to this next story before I get into the fun stuff. So let me get this up. All right. So have you guys heard about this? What's her name? Xavier Steele. It's a North Carolina substitute teacher that a couple of days ago, April 17th, a video circulated of her getting into a fight with a student. So the video is, so apparently reading the story, the substitute teacher had confiscated the young lady's phone, and then the students swiped at her, and so the sub said that she felt threatened because it was like with a lot of anger and malice, and then she just jumped on her. And when I say she jumped on her, I mean she jumped on her. She slammed her to the ground, mounted her like she was Amanda Nunes, and began to ground and pound the student. So my question is now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the sub was that she acted in the right way? Because I absolutely listen. And I know I got a soft heart for this because, you know, my wife is in that field, and I got to think about it every day that if, you know, what would happen if a student ever, you know, raised their hands at my wife or something like that? Like what the hell would I do? So yeah, so I'm biased all the way. But the fact that I'm seeing it more and more that these students are raising hands at teachers and things like that. Oh boy, these students are raising hands on teachers, and you know, it's crazy, man. Like what's up, Mike?
Bro, she beat that little girl. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm trying to be mature today. My fault. Bro, I'm so torn, right? Because I don't want anybody putting their hands on the babies, but these babies have no respect. Like, did you see how bro, when we were growing up, I would never in my life think to go behind the teacher's desk. Just behind the desk. Like, I couldn't even fathom that. And she was back there, like, in her face. I am thrown. They say that we were the last, like, good generation. Bro, I don't know what happened to these parents. Like, it started when they started doing the "my kid is never wrong" thing. You remember that? You remember when no matter what we did, it was our fault. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we did. Was you talking? Yeah, but she said, I didn't ask you what she said. Like, that's what I got. And you were in class with me before. You know all my report cards. Well, he can't stop talking in class. That is what it is. But these kids is really, I've only seen one kid in my life in person step to a teacher. I'm not going to say her name, but you know who she is. And she was having a horrible day. And she even apologized after that. She was like, yo, I think it was her first leaking time, but we ain't going to talk about that.
Jeez.
Hey, I didn't say her name, whatever. But because this was middle school, like it threw me off. But bro, I see so many videos of kids just walking down on a teacher. Like, I don't know what can a parent do? Well, not a parent, what can a teacher do? Like, they're in a no-win situation. I used to work for DJJ. You know what DJJ is?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I used
Juvenile
to work for
justice.
DJJ. Bro, it feels like that because even though they're kind of inmates, they're still minors. So it's like you don't know what to do because these kids will snap off on you at any given time and you have to defend yourself. But if they know, it's like if they know there's blood in the water and you're not going to do anything, they're not going to stop. So what do you do as a teacher?
So the sub had been working in the school board for 22 years. She says that she's never in all her life ever had a student ever act like that. But earlier this year, those students were like a teacher had a gun pulled on them in school. A teacher was knocked out in school. So, like, at what point do we just be like, man, fuck them kids and start protecting the educators?
Bro, I'm gonna take it one further. You know who I am. I'm a fatalist. It's gonna come to the point where people just say, fuck being a teacher. Well, I'm not gonna fuck being a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher. This is y'all stealing the books anyway. You're rewriting history anyway. Now you're not protecting us. To hell with it. What are they gonna do then? I say there's only two professions in America I think should never pay taxes and should never be threatened, and that's soldiers and teachers. That's my thing. Everyone else can get it. Everyone else can be what I know people like, but what about nurses? Nurses are assholes sometimes too. But teachers, bro, we need them. Like, we need them. We can have a whole bunch of people die, but if nobody's there to teach the next generation, we're done.
Yeah, it's crazy. And y'all see Michael very sensible, man. Michael could come down to earth. I just want y'all to know that. But it is a crazy thing. Is a crazy time that we're in, man, because like you even have the students that go to school now. Like, man, bro, when we went to school, we all went to school together. We wasn't worrying about nobody trying to roll up on us and kill us or anything like that. The worst case scenario, we got in a fight and then we were cool the next day. Now you got kids being, killed in the bathroom and online bullying and all this shit. And I'm just thinking to myself, like when is it going to stop? Like, what's going to be the final thing? Is it going to take for a teacher, God forbid, to kill one of these students? Like, before the students just be like, man, you know what? I ain't messing with them. Like, what? I don't know. Like, what is it going to be? Bro, I don't know.
What country do you live in? It's never going to, bro. They're going to, no matter what happens, they're going to sweep it under the rug. They're going to say it was an isolated incident, and they're going to keep on moving. I want no hug from you. You're going to hate me in 20 minutes anyway. Go on somewhere.
Yeah, hey, what's up? What's up to the commit? I don't know if it's Angel or Solar, but what's up? I think that's Solar. What's up, Solar? Yeah, man, like for real, man. And I'm gonna get to the ratchet part of the story after the fact, but the way this little girl, and I've seen it plenty of times. There was another video where a group of students was just like beating up on a student, man. Like, I mean, beating up on a teacher. And it's like, where are we now? That kids have no respect? And you know where I'm going to go with this.
Bro,
who I'm going to put this on.
I need you to say it first so they don't blame me.
Well, I'm going to say it then. It's the fucking parents. Like, you guys are raising these little animals and you sending these little animals to school, and they have no home training. Their dads probably aren't in the house, and then they go to school and they behave this type of way.
I'm gonna go
there.
further.
I said it. I said it.
Sir.
I said it. There we go.
I saw a study where it said a 2-parent household has the same effect as a single father household.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
I hate to go. I don't. Oh my gosh, they're gonna hate me forever, bro. Single moms, it's not a good thing. I'm sorry. I understand it's something that has to occur in certain instances, but being single, you can't, especially a boy. But shoot, sometimes with the girls, they end up. If you're not a person that's raised that learns to be an adult, and I don't mean age, because I know some 50-year-old children. Okay. I know some 70-year-old children. I'm talking about a maturity level, an adult level. If somebody can smudge your Puma and you want to shoot up the club, you're still a child. You're a child in your mind. And these people have 5, 6, 7 kids. What do you think they're raising? These are the same people who go to school and say, why my kid didn't get an A? Oh, well, ma'am, he missed 4 days of school. He missed 4 days? Yeah, we've only been to school for 5 days. He missed 4 already. Well, that's because the teacher don't teach, damn it. If she taught better, he'd want to show up. Word? That's what we doing. Like, those are the parents. I saw a thing the other day where they were like, ooh, look at grandpa. Grandpa looking good. I'm like, yeah, because he's 40. Grandpa not supposed to be 40.
Yeah. I said that. I think I said that in one of my debates. I said that you're a grandma now and you like 45 years old. Like that shit never happened before. You know, the time of Big Mama is over. Like Big Mama knocking the kids across their head. Now they want to go club with them and have fun with them. What's up, Solar?
Hey, peace. What's going on?
Chilling.
Big Mike, what's good with you?
Hey, I'm just being cute and adorable and chubby in my own life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I gotta say this in light of the conversation about the youth. I just came off from work, so I was just finishing up work and I was on my phone. I was in Center City, so I'm walking. You know how like the person ain't following you, but they like walking and you just kind of pick up on the energy. Like, what are they doing? What are they trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a kid though. I turned around as a kid. He had to be about maybe like 17 years old, whatever. So I'm walking, and then so I said, let me stop so he could just walk by me, because he's like, like when you're driving, right? You know that area that you can't see the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that when you're walking too. Like, that area, like he was to the right of me, so he was like behind me a little bit, but I can't really see totally what he's doing.
In that blind spot.
Yeah. So I stops, right? And I'm looking on my phone still. He stops and stands right next to me, right? He stops and stands right next to me. So I'm like, can I help you with something, young man? You all right? And he like, what you got? I'm like, what I got? I said, what I got. I said, so what I got. So then I put my phone in my back pocket, because I don't know this knucklehead. He's about like 100 pounds soaking wet, so he didn't stand a chance. So I'm looking like, I'm like, what I got? And he's like, no. Do you can I have some money so I can get something to eat? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, but I'm still looking at this dude, right? So I'm like, all right, look, I gotta, because my car was in a parking lot, and it was about around 6 o'clock. I had to about 6 o'clock to get it, so it was probably like 5:45 at that time. So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta go get my car, so I don't have no money on me, but I'll come back and maybe I'll give you something. I'm like, what's your name? It's like Zamir. Yeah, my nephew's name is Zamir. Yeah, my nephew's name is Zamir. So, long story short, I go get my car. He's still standing on the corner. I give him about $5 to keep it pushing. But I mean, they just weird nowadays. These kids are just weird.
It seemed like he was going to try to rob you.
Bro, my head would have been on the swivel.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. I thought at first that he was trying to rob me, but I seen that he was just socially awkward.
But Solar, who asked somebody what you got versus can you help me out with a couple of dollars? That's why I'm thinking.
Like he like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was definitely when he said that, I definitely was on like, dude,
you got me.
Whatever you got on you ain't gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't stand a chance. But I really think that he was just that socially awkward. I gotta be honest.
But what do you think? What do you think caused that though?
Oh, you know what caused that?
Well, it's a combination of things. I mean, technology for one. They communicate more so via text message. It's not that much communication going on, interaction. This bullying thing. Now, even though it was bullying, we got bullied. So I'm not saying that bully didn't exist. I got bullied like a mother sucker back in the 90s and 80s. I'm not going to deny that, but that would be the con. The pro to that is you kind of get some real-time experience. some decisions you got to make when you're walking down the street and it's about 5 dudes, looking at you crazy. You got to make some real-time decisions. So from the time you was a kid, that is life experience that can help you when you're an adult. So I mean, and
you made it home every night though.
They just wanted to beat you up. Maybe,
they just beat you up.
And some people just wanted to chase you and make you.
Like I've been jumped plenty of times. Like I mean, they just wanted to beat you up. Now you walk past a bunch of kids, and it's like, damn, which one got the gun? Which one got the knife? Like which one gonna try to stick me up? You know what I mean?
Thing I looked at when I looked at this, I'm looking like, you got to have something on you. But I'm looking, they got the little tight jeans on. So I'm looking like you ain't got nothing on them. So I'm like, okay, dude, like what do you want, young man? But like, back in the day, it was like, you would fight, and you get beat up or they jump you, and then that'd be that. You get your boys and you jump. Because I was on both sides, and I'm not saying I was some angel that was walking around. I was part of some people. We just jumped people in there. It was a guy named Teen Wolf. We called him Teen Wolf because he never had a haircut. We called him Teen Wolf. Him and his brother, they were just like Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf Jr. It's like he had 2 little brothers, and we used to chase them home every day, bro. And it was one day, I think his brother was running, and his little brother tripped. The youngest one tripped, and we got his little brother, man. And the older Teen Wolf, he's like, he ran on the porch and looked back, and he's like, damn. He like, damn. And he went out there to get his little brother. And that time, I did not participate in the butt whooping that we would catch him. I respected him from then on. I did not mess with that man from then on, bro, because he went on there. You know how he was like, damn, I got to go back out there to get my little brother. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I respected that. So, these are some of the things that bullying, would get. These are some of the good things that bullying produce. So I understand both sides of the whole thing because, you had people teasing people because they didn't have certain sneakers on. It was crazy. It was crazy back then, but the other side of it was like, you kind of get because like you said with the young kids now, it's like they'll just pull out a gun or like they get emotional when they lose, and it was, you just kept it pushing. It was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like you lose and then you keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? They'll make fun of you and say you got beat up, but you keep it pushing, and like what Rich Golf said on Friday, you live to see another day.
Bro. So let me ask you a question. Who taught you, Michael? You too. Who taught you not to get emotional after a loss?
I learned it, but I learned it.
No, let's bring it right to where I'm saying.
I know what
I think that it was one time.
It's me, so y'all know where I'm going.
Yeah. my uncle. One time I was fighting, and no matter of fact, it was my I should call him. See if you remember the story. he was fighting somebody, and this was my friend at the time, but he's my brother now because his father and my mother got married, but this is before they got married. He was fighting somebody, and his uncle came out, and he had a baseball bat in his hand. And this guy was way bigger than, at the time, my friend. He was just way bigger than him. So when they started fighting, the guy for some reason slipped, and Linwood is his name, you know, my friend. He was just standing there, and I'm like, "Yo, hit him!" so he started punching him. So you know, we so little then that he just punching him, and it was almost like it ain't even affect him while he's punching him. So he's getting up slowly but surely, getting up. So he just like, it was almost like one of those X-Men movies. He just took his backhand and smacked him. He falls on the ground. So I was like, his uncle was standing there because there was a couple of guys that from around the corner that came, and they chased Linwood around the corner. So they just stopped and let him fight him for some reason. So I was like grabbing the bat from his uncle David. So I grabs the bat from his uncle David, and I goes and I swings and I hit the guy in the hit with the bat. So my uncle's there, and my uncle comes out, and you know what I'm saying, and like, so he tells me like, "Yo, why'd you hit him with a bat?" And I'm like, because he was beating up my friend. And he was like, so you couldn't beat him with your hands? So, you know what I'm saying? So that was an emotional response, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like emotional response. Now, my uncle is just like, you know, never taught me it, but he knows karate. I mean, like really karate. I seen him flip, and he's a small guy. You know, I seen him flip big men. Never taught me karate though, but you know, he was like a stickler on, you know, that. So I guess if it was an instance where emotion, you know what I mean, forced me to get a weapon to do something, I guess, you know, that instance he would say like, yo, you know, what, you don't know how to fight, you know. So it was just like it was just a different time, man. Because a lot of the stuff today that was being done, they would call like hyper masculine. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, you know, I would just want to fight somebody just because they was new on the block, and you wanted to see what he kind of rank at as far as who they could. You know what I'm saying? So it would be like
the whole hoodlum.
Yeah, you.
I know, right? Hey, so I want to get back to this teacher though, real quick. So she's been teaching for 22 years, and she just up and quit. They pressed charges. Both of them got arrested, so they pressed charges on both of them. And so again, I asked you guys a question. I want you guys in the chat. Nobody really answered me. Was she justified in what she did? I think she is. I mean, she literally mounted this girl and ground and pounded the shit out of her. And I think she was 100% justified, because again, you send these little animals to school and they act the way that they do. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, what if it was your child? My child is raised right. So no, that's not going to happen. My child probably would do that to another kid, but she's not going to do that to a teacher. That's a big difference. So was the teacher justified? I think she absolutely was justified.
Now, what did the teacher do?
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Yeah. Y'all in Philly. Y'all in Philly, but there was a teacher in North Carolina, last week. She confiscated a young lady's phone, and then the girl like swung at her and tried to hit her in the face. And the teacher just went all Ronda Rousey on her ass and beat the shit out of her, basically. Like mounted her and ground and pound the hell out of her.
So what you think about that?
Go ahead, Mike.
I've been in those situations. Like, I've worked with kids a lot, and I've worked with violent kids. Like, I used to work at, well, I shouldn't say the names, but I used to work at places where they send violent kids to get them out of school, or violent kids to like one step away from jail. And I've been attacked by kids, and I've had to have somebody. It's very difficult to have someone your size attack you and you not be able to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Like I've had a 17-year-old girl save me from a lawsuit because a 17-year-old boy rushed me, tried to tackle me, and I had the hand up ready to pound him, and she grabbed my wrist like, "Don't do it, Mr. Mike, don't do it." And I'm like, "Ooh, girl, thank you." I just put him in the headlock and choked him out till he passed out and put him back in his room. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an adult, especially as a man, you know there's places you don't go with other men, right? Because you know what could happen. And you've known that since middle school. You know, since middle school, you don't go a certain place unless, and I mean verbally, you don't go a certain place unless you're ready to take it there. And if someone takes it there with you, as a man, naturally, you want to defend yourself. But when it comes to a minor, that's why Dave Chappelle had that whole skit about how old is 16 really? Because they'll take a 16-year-old and lock them up with grown men, right? So if a 16-year-old tries to punch me in the face, why can't I punch him back?
Zay, real quick to Zay, it was in high school. It was a high school student. It was, and see, Ricardo saying it was justified. It absolutely was justified, man, because you don't know. Like, you really don't know. And I hate to seem like I'm coming off and like, oh, you know, it's still a kid at the end of the day. But I mean, you got kids that's out here killing people. How did that teacher know that wasn't going to be it for her? Like, seriously, how did she know? Because the teacher said that earlier in the year, a student pulled a gun on a teacher in the same school. So again, we sitting here trying to absolve these students like they saints and everything like that, and they just need a hug. No.
You know what? I know whose fault it is. It's the school board. Because they don't do anything whenever these kids act like that. A kid has to do insane amount of things to get expelled. But you have to do a small little. I've seen kids get arrested because they walked out of class. But when they attack teachers, apparently that's just something you got to deal with. The kid will be back in class because they don't want to get sued. I think it's a school board. There's no protections in place for teachers.
Well, the teachers had to be careful with, I guess you could say, the rules of engagement when you're dealing with the children, because outside of like really like detaining them, you know, that could be an issue.
That's not their job.
I'm just saying if they're trying to attack them. If you're being attacked by a kid, and you're trying to
have to worry about how they engage. They're there to teach. If they're attacked, they shouldn't be. You know, it's a natural instinct to defend yourself.
But when it gets to the, like what you were saying, like who was saying that, like, you know, she kind of commits to beating her ass, like she wasn't winning pretty much.
She went too far.
That's a little too far right there.
She went too far, but she tried to pull it back. But in that instance, I'm telling you, I've been in a situation.
I know what you're saying.
I've had a minor attack me who was bigger than me. I've had minors bigger than me. I've had a minor who was a MMA trained. Like, if you look right here, maybe he broke my wrist. The reason he broke my wrist is because I was trying to stop him from attacking me, and he broke my wrist. And guess what? I had to take him to the hospital, and then bring him back to jail, and then after that, then I could go to the hospital. Because they don't give a damn about you. That's a school board. Either you're gonna put somebody in the room whose job it is to know how to securely handle a kid if they act up, or you gotta release the teachers. You gotta tell the teachers, yo, you can do whatever you gotta do to protect yourself. Because if a kid, there are strangers who are not checked, who can come to school, who are, as we've stated scientifically, emotional and not there.
Yeah.
Like it's scientifically shown that they don't have discernment, and but they have emotions, and they're growing, and they have growth spurts. They act like teachers are all 6'2". Teachers are dumb tiny. I had some teachers who were smaller than me in middle school. What is she supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? If I decide I'm gonna beat his or her ass that day, and I know I can't get in trouble because I'm a minor, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna share the video real quick because I told her didn't see it, so I want to
She went a little too far.
Okay.
I found a short one, so it shouldn't mess me up.
I agree.
Let me see.
Stop playing, Nene. We agreeing too much. Go back on your side.
All right, let me know if y'all can see this.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yep.
All right.
Apparently took away her phone. Video shows the sub on top of the student, and at one point it appears that she's holding down the teen's head. It's unclear what happened leading up to the fight, but the school's policy says that teachers can defend themselves if a student attacks them. The sub said on Facebook Live that this made her not want to teach anymore.
As much as I love the kids, I cannot put my life or my livelihood in danger. I will be saying goodbye to this profession.
Both the student and sub were charged with simple assault, and no injuries were reported. The school system said they're investigating, and NBC has reached out to the sub and her attorney.
That's the only footage you got?
Well, okay. See, that's the
news.
That's the edited version. That's
look up the raw footage.
Yeah, you got to see the raw
footage.
World star.
Give me the raw footage.
Yeah, because I wanna get to my next question, because after the fact, now people are trying to petition the teacher to join OnlyFans, because let's just say,
wow,
let's just say we keep it a buck. Solar, you haven't seen it, Michael. Come on, man. I know you've seen it, but the teacher is kind of thick, so people are like,
okay, so that part that was blacked out was for a reason.
Yeah. They like, you should join OnlyFans. Let me find the let me see if I can find a better.
Yo, we just crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, so instead of
raw footage,
instead of admonishing the student, they're like telling the teacher, you might as well get on this OnlyFans.
Man, hey, I love women like y'all do. I love black women, but come on, man. That's the type of shit that they get mad about, and they're gonna be like, so instead of defending me, you telling me to get an OnlyFans? And they guess what? She's right. She's right. So all y'all niggas that say she get an OnlyFans, it's funny. That's some shit you say in the barbershop, but don't post that shit, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. See, if I could get to my Instagram page from here, then I'd show you because I got the unedited. Oh
yeah, I seen the unedited.
Yeah, I got the unedited video. And so Solar, yeah, you got to look it out. You got to look for it, Solar, so you really could see it. But so it leads to another question on the show that we just recently did. She can't wear that, which we will be coming out with part 2 very shortly. She still can't wear that. That was a great conversation. Fantastic conversation. But so for those of you who saw the video, do you think that the teacher's attire was a little too much? The fact that it was so hugging on her and it was so easy to ride up and you saw everything. Like there's a reason they're asking her to join OnlyFans, because there was nothing left to be desired. Nothing.
Bro, oh my God. Yo, you're making this difficult. I'm trying to be pro-woman today.
Hey Zay, you absolutely right, man. People could sexualize anything right now, like legit. You can see a can of soda on the table and somebody will sexualize it. Like, it's just crazy.
But I'm telling you though, right?
And that's everybody, not just men. Everybody.
I'm telling you though, right? Like this coaching that we're going into now with the Gen Z and those millennials that goes into maybe the early 2000s and the Gen Z, they are different. You know what I'm saying? Like from the time that the cell phones got like sophisticated, I'm talking about like maybe like the 3-4G. You know what I'm saying? From that time on, socialization evolved, and especially with the internet as well, it evolved to the point where the interaction is not, and we were just talking about the side of the bullying, but also the interaction between the sexes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because growing up, it would be you'll have your roles. Like, okay, we'll be out playing football and the girls will be jumping rope. It'd probably be that one guy over there jumping rope with them. But, generally, it'll be, the guy playing basketball, football, and, you know what I'm saying? And it would be a socialization. We had, like, hood games that we played. You know what I'm saying? So that is all gone. I don't even see that anymore. I don't even like, I lived in the city. We used to like play curveball. You take the ball and you throw it to the curb. I don't know if that's, in the down south, because the streets are bigger. But,
yeah, no, we don't do that.
Yeah,
curveball.
But it's like, I don't see that type of socialization going on. And when you don't have that, it turns into like when it's, you're interacting with the opposite sex and it's over like a device. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get into another realm of like being almost weird.
Nah, it ain't almost weird. These niggas are definitely weird. Let's keep it a buck.
So once everything is visual, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though we was visual then, but we still interacted. Like, along with the Me Too stuff. Because like now you can't even, they call it cat, what they call it, cat hollering or whatever. Like they with that Me Too stuff, you can't even like holler at a girl in public no more. That's like almost forbidden in a way. So a lot of their stuff is like DM. This is what they say. Oh, she was DMing me and he was DMing like this. So it's like the DM is the new hollering that we used to do. And, everybody seen that movie, The Wood. They went to the little party and then they seen how many numbers you could get.
Yeah, get them numbers.
All that type of stuff. That's what we used to do. That was real stuff. We used to do that and get like, maybe out of 10, you get 3 or 4. You holler at 10 and maybe you get 3 or 4 on a good day. I
don't do the party. I'm the after party king.
So it's like one that got you used to dealing with rejection. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that a man has to embrace when he's young. And that's just not, with the opposite sex, but also just in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? A man has to learn how to deal with rejection. So you learn that at a very young age, with these socialization, with these forms of socialization. You don't really have that now. So, it turns into, this whole thing with like, they speaking of a woman a certain type of way. And it's like, it turns into, it's like almost like the human element is just taken away. It's all just like, body parts. You know what I'm saying? Body parts over here, body parts over there. And it's just like, it makes the interaction, I guess, more difficult in a way. And this is why a lot of these, kids are socially awkward as well. So just like, that's kind of what I kind of put to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Like, I'm just only imagining the world when they're 40,
Yeah.
It's
not
because we're hopefully we'll still be here. Like we'll be the old ones that you can't fight them now. Like the young man today, I know I could have ripped them in half, but 40 when he's 40, I'm going to be an old man.
I don't want to be here. I'm good. They weird. It started with them weirdo dudes who, if a girl was like, "Oh no, thank you, I don't want to get your number," well, F you then, bitch. That's them weird dudes who never got no play. Same thing online. Them dudes who be talking all that shit when they typing. They don't know how to talk to girls. They say that's the dudes. You ever seen the dudes addicted to strip clubs?
Mm-hmm.
That's them. The dudes who can't talk to a girl. They be I like your shoes and then run off. That's them. But online, they gangsters though. Online, man, bitch, you ain't not. That's why I don't fuck. Like people think. That's why it frustrates me when people say I'm hurt because I'm like I'm not. Like I live life. I go talk to girls. I go talk to people. Like shit. I've been jumped. I've been scrapped. I've been loved. I've been married. You know what I'm saying? Like I've lived life. It's just my experiences, but I'm not afraid of people. We can have a discussion. That these people don't know how to. They don't have any discourse. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to. Dude, it used to be, you go talk to a girl, like you, don't like you. It is what it is. Shoot, matter of fact, I remember the first time I hollered at a girl was with your brother. Your brother was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time and me and your brother was beefing over a girl for about 2-3 weeks. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably still mad.
He mad at everything right now.
I didn't know you was day one with Trevor, Mike. Y'all
yeah, oh yeah, me. Yeah, we go way back, man.
but the stuff we went through when we were young, like middle school and elementary school, was like Falcon Crest. It was drama, all that foolishness. You had to get all your stupidness out at that age. Like me and a certain person who lived real near you, who whole family, you know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, but don't be calling nobody.
I ain't gonna say no names. Had a fine older cut anyway. So
okay, yeah.
You know now.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Like, I went through all kinds of life, like Dawson's Creek type foolishness with her. You feel me? People are doing that shit in their 30s now. That's why they so weird. That's why to us they look so strange. They're doing all that growing up as adults. That's why they so bad as parents. It all ties together. They never, dude. We used to run down to Westwood Heights and play football, basketball, all kind of stuff. We had tournaments playing football in the streets. These kids don't even get around. They don't know who they live next to till they're in their 20s. If then, they don't know how to be around other men. They don't know how to act around other men. They don't know how to have respect around other men. They don't know how to talk to other women. They don't know how to see a woman, be like, oh, she's cute, but she's not for me, and move on. Every woman they see, I gotta smash that. Word? Like, if every woman you see you gotta have sex with, you're a boy. If you can't have discernment as a man, you have no discipline in yourself, you're a boy. And all of these people that look like they look like us, they have beards, they have their tattoos. You guys see, and I tell my female friends this all the time. You think you're talking to a man, you're not. You see Shorty walking up the block, you think you're talking to a woman, you're not. These are children in adult clothing. All right,
I want to give a shout out to my boy E. Just joined the chat. E Ricardo, man, y'all hit that link, man. Y'all want to come on? See, I could bring all these guys, these debaters, Solar. So you know what I'm saying? You give out the info. I mean, we may have a stacked season 6.
Yeah, I might want to jump on.
Yeah, Mike been itching to get in there. So we might have a real stacked season 6, man. I'm trying to bring the talent over here, because I know you ain't gonna be like some people and try to hog them, but what I mean? So I just want to
yeah, Mike, you come over, I give you a wrench, man. Come over to my channel, I give you a wrench on the first day, brother.
Hey.
Hold on.
I'm gonna lie to you. I don't know who this dude is talking right now, but that ain't the dude who's at the end of the debates, because that's a whole nother Negro.
That's Solar talking, man.
No, the dude he is right now, that ain't the dude he is at the end of the debates. That's a whole other Negro.
Hey, and Solar still can't shucklebuck me no matter what. I'm the only person he can't shucklebuck.
Everybody says that, man.
And the thing is, too, I ain't even gonna do it. My shucklebuck scores don't reflect how unshucklebuckle I am. Like, you can't shucklebuck me. Hey, but so E said he driving, but so I got 20 minutes left, so I wanted to get to another story. But yeah, Solar, when you get a chance, look up that teacher, is a North Carolina teacher, and there's another teacher that organized a fighting ring in the class. Another substitute teacher.
There's always somebody doing stupid shit to make the points you're making look stupid.
Exactly. Exactly.
Baby girl, you got to step up. You got to be better. There's a dude who's doing stupid shit to make women go, see, look at him. Look at him. There's always somebody to mess it up. I can't stand unshucklebuckable. I'm so done with your wife. I'm so
That's what he said, though. He said unshucklebuckable.
unshucklebuckable. I'm so done. Bro, it pisses me off. That's what pisses me off, bro. Every time I feel like I'm in the right and I'm like, let's go, there's always some idiot that gotta ruin it, bro. Every time I'm feeling my blackness, there's always some black person that do something stupid. Every time I'm feeling my manhood, there's always some idiot dude who do something stupid. Every time I'm feeling my unity, there's always some Derek Jackson to show up to ruin shit. There's always, bro, like it pisses me off. Why can't people just be thorough, bro? Why is it so hard to be thorough? Even if, like, I know dudes who don't like me, who if they saw me on the street to give me a ride home, and when I get out of the car, be like, you still a bitch ass nigga. I'll be like, nigga, fuck you too. And we going about our business.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna leave nobody I know stranded on the side of the road.
Right.
You feel me? Even if, nigga, fuck you, still a bitch though. All right, fuck you. Like, why can't people just be, why is it's not even hard to be thorough, bro? It's not even that hard. I don't understand people, yo. And this is why I'm a fatalist. I think society is over. I think we were the last generation that had sense. We had some old school, and we was with the technology.
Right.
But they went deep. And it's amazing how we've got so many movies that show us our demise through technology and AI, but we still going straight ahead to it.
Running right on along with it. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Those robots are taking over.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
As you on your iPhone, like Texas.
Niggas ain't never heard of Skynet. I saw the movie. We all saw Skynet.
How you fall for that? Let me text.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey,
it's funny that you were saying what you just said, because I was going to do a documentary called The Last Generation.
That's us.
And it was kind of based off of that. And it was going to and even the point that you made was going to be the centerpiece of the documentary. It was going to talk about how, during the 90s, you began to see deterioration of the communities. And not just from, obviously the drugs played an intricate part of that, but also, as far as how we socialized, it was still aspects of of sort of post-integrated society, because a lot of the parents and the people in leadership positions go back to before integration. They still were alive in the 80s and, going into the 90s. So you still had some of that tradition there. Like, like I said, I'm in the North, so it may be a little different. Like we had like the block parties and also like, North. You say, where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. Okay.
So I didn't know where Trevor, because I know Trevor's in Florida, so I wasn't sure. And then like, another tradition would be you could go down the street and borrow some sugar from the person down the street. Like I would never do that now. I'm not borrowing nobody's sugar now.
People don't know their neighbors now.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm saying. So it's like, but those were traditions or things that we had that were cultural norms back then that began to deteriorate. It no longer exists now. But that would be part of the culture when they say post integration. That would be how we socialized. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the last generation, because you had people that were probably left over from, a lot of those movements, the civil rights movement, and also the more militant movements. They would be still, that aspect was still there. And I don't really see none of that now. Like, so yeah, you're on point with that.
Hey, you ever seen that movie called The Bastards of the Party?
Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah, that's us. That's us. They did everything they could from the late 1800s, destroying any black settlement that could be made, into the early 1900s. I'm talking about throwing bombs and like I've read so much insanity. There was a man who was running for president. They used to throw dynamite at his train because he said he wanted to make black people free. Like he wanted to make them equal citizens. The KKK used to throw dynamite at his train, like that's crazy. And the police would just sit there and chill. And they were bombing Chicago in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They systematically tried to destroy us as a people, and it worked.
Yeah, they had Move here in Philly. And that was under Mayor Good, Wilson Good, it was his name. He was a black mayor. They bombed the whole house. They bombed the whole block. I think it was with helicopters. It was like with helicopters. They bombed, the move. There was kind of a I guess you could say like, you know, it was like a kind of, they looked at like Rastafarians, like they were some sort of naturalist,
Bullet.
you know, and it was like this was in the 80s that this happened, and you know, they had a strong political stance. It was very militant, and they bombed the house, they bombed the whole block, you know, but they was kind of concentrated in this one house in the middle of the block. Is one of the women, she's an older woman now, but she was actually she's still here in Philly, and she was writing a book on giving some of the more inside details as to what happened. I don't know if she came to went around to publishing a book, but when I met her, she said she was in the process of doing it. This was some years back, like around like maybe 2018. So yeah, a lot of that stuff was still going on, you know.
White supremacy is a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always go to white supremacy. I'm sorry.
But we are our own worst enemy in a lot of ways too. But
That is true.
I mean, I mean, you could say like Solar was trying to say last night, the white man brought the drugs in and everything. Yeah, but he didn't make us sell them, you know, consistently sell them. You know, initially he did, but not. He still ain't making us sell them.
You know what he did? Murdered all the intelligence he could out of us. Murdered all the strength we had. Anybody that looked like a leader, they killed them. Made them look like they were corrupt. Made them look like they were gay. Made them look like whatever, so they'll be discredited. They've been doing that since slavery to now. That's what, 600 years of just destroying.
So we don't have leaders now?
You tell me a leader. To be a leader, you have to be able to be followed. That's what people tell me, right? They're like, you be a great leader if you change how you if you change your tone or whatever the hell, but I don't want to be a leader. But I'm just saying, to be a leader, you have to be able to be followed. Who follows who?
So you need somebody like, but we need a leader though. Do we need a Messiah? Do we need that's what I should.
I didn't say a Messiah. We don't need a Messiah, but we need somebody that galvanizes, because there's a lot of people that are walking in darkness. There's a lot of people that only know one way. There's a lot of people that become millionaires in the hood and don't even know they can move up the block. You know what I'm saying? You have to. I tell people all the time, they're like I have like a white person I used to work for, and she used to be like all the time, I don't understand why the black people, they don't do this and they don't do that. And I tell her, and I say, ma'am, okay, do you tell me 3 loopholes of taxes right now? And she goes, oh, well, this, and she gives you some instances. I'm like, where'd you learn that from? She's like, oh, my dad taught me. I'm like, how did your dad learn? Oh, my grandpa. I'm like, exactly. Your family, it was passed down. If no one in our family ever knows any of that, how are we supposed to use it? How are we supposed to use this information that you have that is yours inherently? You have land. You remember Dr. King's last big speech? They were giving land away to Europeans when they couldn't give it to they wouldn't give it to black people. How are we supposed to pass that down? The only thing
you can't make that comment and then don't come on, man. I know you driving from work, but you got your damn Bluetooth.
Oh, they brought
which is a true statement that he said, Lewis. That is a true statement. And you know, that was a shuckle buck, you know what I'm saying? You know, I make it a little more dramatic just for entertainment purposes.
I know.
They had an interview with Rick Ross, you know, and he was talking
about, real one?
Yeah, the real one. And he was talking about I think his name was Danilo Bland. He was getting his drugs from. And you know, the black men had a responsibility, you know, because I think the person asked him the question, like, initially you didn't really know the effects of crack, but when you begin to see the effects of crack, what, you know, was your thought process, you know, at that point in time? And he was like, yeah, I wanted to get out, so I was looking for other things to kind of attach myself to, you know. At that time, he seen that this industry, far as the hip hop, was on a verge of exploding. So he was trying to get involved in that. But he was saying that with so much money coming in, that, you know, he just overlooked it. You know what I'm saying? He just overlooked, you know, because you could see the effects of crack cocaine, and he said he regret doing that. But when you look at this man, he's like he don't really come off as like a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, is what my grandma would say. He looked more like a thinking man. Like he
Those
just
are the best.
Yeah, and so he has leadership qualities.
Yeah.
And even when you read his story, it was like he wasn't really into the streets. Like he was trying to play tennis. I recall he was like a person that played tennis and was trying to go to college. And so it's kind of both. It's like you see a young man that he has a goal and a vision to become a tennis player, and he's kind of trying to focus in on that. But at the same time, he's living in a community that has very little opportunity there. And it's like, circumstance, one thing leads to another. And now he's like one of the pillars of this crack epidemic. So you have, I guess, but at the same time, it's like as men, we can't make excuses for shit.
Oh, you're gonna have me flip on you.
You know what I'm saying? We can't. I mean, no matter what the thing is, because you know why you can't do it, Mike?
Talk to me.
Because it's not good for the psyche of the women and the children.
I don't disagree with that.
It's not good for the psyche of the women and the children to say that this happened because some outside force other than you. So it's not good to, like, even though it's truth in what you're saying, it's not good to say that, well, the reason why this happened. No, I would just say we fucked up.
Is it good to lie to them though?
No, but I would just say because he did sell the drugs, and he you know what I'm saying? Like look at him, like for example, look at him, the characters of like him, and then all the way on the other side, AZ. Mm-hmm. You could just see they the same type of, you know what I'm saying, paid in full. Like even how he was portrayed and paid in full, he wasn't really a street dude. It was like more, once again, a thinking man type of guy, and it was just like, and when I seen the interview with him, he was like, I can't see why people, it was enough money that everybody could eat. Just what he always would say.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was wondering why once you make it to a certain income bracket, when you make a certain amount of money, it will always something will happen, is what he was saying. And he was saying that to say that once you get to a certain level, it had to be something that was more, like government that was involved. That like, okay, once you reach this level, we're going to cut it off. So he would say this person to get locked up or this person would get killed. You know what I'm saying? They never allowed it to reach but to a certain level. So we know that it's some type of agenda going on that we still don't really know the facts on. Because with white supremacy in the system, they only gonna admit to what you catch them on. They're not gonna say when you catch them, say, you know what, you caught us, and guess what? We were doing this and this and this too. They never do that. You know what I'm saying? They always say, oh yeah, well, you caught us on this. And you can see that similar to like with the whole thing with the CIA being involved with with drugs or crack being brought into California and areas of the South. Hold on a second.
Bro, my issue, what I'm gonna ask you a question, Trevor. What's the similarity between all our drug stories? Between Franklin Saint, between Ricky Rose, between BMF? What's the similarity between all the gentlemen that started those corporations?
You tell me.
They were fucking children. That's what people don't ever seem to understand. They keep acting like, oh, these men did. They weren't men. They were fucking kids. They were kids who were living in a situation where the government took the men out the household. They were the same men we were talking about we're talking about the kids that are weird today. They were weird for back then. The only difference is they were swaggy with it because they had money, because they found something that could move to get them money, and then they went with it, and then They still had the child. Why do you think all the shit broke down the way it did? They were still emotional. They were still children. Hey, that bitch ass nigga he got a better car than me. I'm gonna go shoot a shit. That's the acts of children. They're kids. That's what we were left with. We were left with children being the men in the community. That was the fuck up. It's not. I can't blame them. Don't get me wrong. The shit they did was heinous. I'm not going there. But I'm saying what was done to them was worse. What white supremacy did was steal the parents out the home, made it okay, made the woman think it's better to have child support or welfare or whatever is better than having a guy in the house. Now raise the kid by yourself. Now raise the kid with the rules that they set forth. And now you have the kids, all this shit is linked. Now they have the kids acting the way they do in the school. Man, fuck that teacher. I ain't going to Mr. Smith act like this. I'm going to go do my thing. Now they kicked out of school. Where else they going to go to get money? Where else they going to go to be fly? I'm going to sell drugs. This is all connected. This is what they do, bro. This is what they do. Every story you hear. Look at the snowfall that just ended, right? How old you think he was when that story ended up? When that story was over? It started in 83 and it ended in 90. In 83, he was 16 when it started. 16. That's a 7-year run. He's an alcoholic on the street. He ain't even hit 28 yet. That's the drug story in America. I can't, just like I'm not going to sit here and blame kids for the destruction of the school. We were talking about teachers. I can't blame the kids. Who did I blame? I blame the school board. There's adults who should have been in place to rectify shit.
Well, hold on. But you're not absolving.
No.
You're okay. I just want to get that clear because you're saying that because the again, and I agree with you. You know, I'm put every black father in the house. That's my whole talking point. But you're saying because the black man isn't in the house, that you're leaving these kids out to fend for themselves, but we still can't absolve the trail of bodies that's behind them and their bad decisions. You can't.
There is right and there is wrong. Okay? If a kid is never taught what is right and what is wrong, and they move off an instinct, you still got to put them down. If a kid's a sociopath and he's just doing what he normally, I'm just doing this is what I normally think. You still got to kill him. It doesn't mean it's their fault. That's how they were born. I'm not going to look at them and go, oh, everything was on you. Everything. It don't work like that. These kids are bad in school. Yes, you can't be in school anymore. You have to go somewhere else to get trained to be a person that can live in society. But I'm not going to act like it's all on you. That's what they do. That's why they send them to prison. You were the bad one. You were the bad one. It was all your fault. No. There was other people who are at fault who are not getting the account, who are not taking the accountability for their fuck ups. That's my problem. The kid goes to jail, fine. But what about the other people?
So hold that thought real quick because I want to read what St. Louis has on here. Whites have made a mess of this country. They killed off my people, the Native Americans. So St. Louis is Native American. I just recently found that out. That's crazy. I only know one other Native American person.
I've only met 3 in my life.
The Native Americans stole our land, used Christianity to support their racist genocide agenda, used the Bible to justify slavery. And again, St. Louis, I asked you, how come you're not hitting the panel? That's what I mean. Like you need you home now. I'm you home. I'm not gonna let those guys over there. They can't come over here. You home now. So whenever you want to hit that link, go ahead and hit that link. So Michael, you shit, I gotta go. Damn, I didn't even get to my last story, but we whatever, we're rocking out on this one.
We'll do it tomorrow.
So you talk damn, I lost my thought. I want to get back to this leader though, because with St. Louis bringing up using Christianity and things like that, what do you hold? What position does the church play in this? Like, I think the black church has completely killed our they've ruined us. Like the black church used to be a beacon of light. The black church used to be a beacon of hope, but now it's just a bunch of niggas that's trying to get money. And do you put the criminals, do you put the preachers, the crooked preachers in the same space as the drug dealers? Like I see them just as bad because they're selling false hope to people.
I don't think the church ever was good. No disrespect to people who love church, none whatsoever. I think the church was always there to dampen down the rebellious spirit of black people. I don't think it was ever a servant. I think it was there to go, hey, look at this. Keep trying and God's got you. All you got to do is, you know what I'm saying? That's what they were. Hey, if you really believe in hope, yo, the church was the best Disney story ever sold.
Yeah.
And black people bought all the stock in it, all of it. And it's sad because you can believe in a higher power, but that higher power doesn't tell you to be subservient. It tells you to stand up and ride for yours. Do what you got to do. I tell everyone, do whatever you want on your side. Just don't hurt any kids, no women, or no animals. And we good. It's so funny. It's so funny that this is supposed to be a Christian nation, and they're so quick to call themselves evangelicals and things like that, and they use the Bible when it's convenient. But black people are the only ones that literally take this Bible so literally. Like, oh, I can't rebel because the Bible says it. Well, I'm like, well, wait a minute. The people that gave you this book are the ones that's using it to control you. Why are you the one that's being so passive when it comes to it? I just always find that weird when it comes to black people in religion. Like they take everything so. Black people are the most passive people when it comes to religion. They'll be so aggressive towards one another, but all you got to do is say, oh, religion. And now it's like, oh, let me be a good little slave boy. It's like, it kills me, man. I can't begin to tell you how that just bothers me. What did I tell you they did to us, bro? What did I tell you they did to us? They found all the intelligence they could, they killed it out. All the rebelliousness they could, they killed it out. All the strength they could, they killed it out. The shit that's in us, that me and you doing right now, this is just the little embers that's left of us. They killed it out the second they could. Cut that nigga foot off. He liked to run. The second they could. What he said, he could read. How you know letters? Hey, that nigga. Anybody with intelligence. What? They built a whole city. They got doctors. Bomb that shit. The second they found any traits that looked like it could be anything of standing up, they bombed them. You ever seen them bomb punks? And I don't mean gay people when I say punks. I know we from that era. You ever seen them bomb soft ass niggas? Nah. Why?
Ain't no threat.
Exactly. That's what they want. They want soft. You could be soft all day. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Look at Dr. King. Dr. King was, we all gotta work it together. The second he was like, man, hold up. This integration they looking to bop, bop, bop.
Yeah. You're right.
You feel me? That's what it is, man. That's what I keep telling people. Look at me, man. You always on this white supremacy. Yes, they are the greatest A team ever. Them motherfuckers, because if there was ever an Illuminati, it's white supremacy, bro. It is they have the best. They have contingency plans on contingency plans on contingency plans. What's the one they doing now? Now they're like, we've gotten rid of the dads. We funnel all the money to the women, even the black women that get the rich guy, they taking the money on a divorce. What should we do now? We gonna marry them rich black bitches. That's what they doing now. You see all the rich black chicks? Who they ended up with? White men. Rihanna, the only one to get out, and she had her little white man fling in the earliness. She had it already. Eve had her little thing. Girl that was in, what's the name? The little strip, though. She was a stripper. She played a stripper in that movie. Players Club. She had her little white man. Eve had her like. That's what they're doing. They trying to find a black woman with money. You got his money. Good job, girl. Come over here and bring it here. That's the next step. Anything they can do to take the money, the resources, the power away from our community, they will do it.
And meanwhile, our little black boys are being left out there in the streets to fend for themselves. I mean, I know you guys always tell me, oh, it's only a percentage of black men that are homosexual and stuff like that, but I still think it's too much because you cut off a race of people's ability to reproduce. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You cut off their ability to reproduce, and now you got them. Like that's it. How do you kill off a people? You got to cut off their ability to reproduce.
Talk your shit, Cardi B.
So it's like when you see all these gay guys, like we were out. I'll tell you, my anniversary was Friday, and we were out. We went out to a club, and that wasn't a club, but it basically turned into a club. I had to tell that story on another stream, but and there was a group of women next to our party, and all of a sudden they just bust out into a loud outburst. And I happened to look over my shoulder, and there's this young black boy, can't be more than like 20, probably 18 to 20. I mean, just going full out Beyonce, just popping and just, and I'm just sitting there looking at him with disgust on my face, because people don't understand, man. It's like when I get upset about that, it's partially because, how I feel about that. But a lot of it is because I'm just like, man, there's another black man that can't produce. And then somebody will be like, well, maybe it's better off that they can't make any kids. You might be right. But I mean, I just think it's something that just we're so taboo to touch. Like I could sit up here and say nigga 100 times, but the minute I start talking about like the homosexuality in our community and stuff like that, they want to flag my channel. They want to kick me off and stuff like that, because it's a reason for that. They don't want to get the word out, even if it's such a small channel. The minute I start going there, is like, oh, you don't have any love. Oh, you're intolerant. Oh, so why does everybody have to be shown some grace except for black people? Like I could get on here and say, nigga, I'm gonna do this to you, nigga, I'm gonna do that, and all the vitriol that I hear on a daily basis about like all the towards black men and towards black women. You could call them all type of bitch and hoe and slut. You could talk about black kids being aborted. You could talk about anything. But the minute I could say that, man, I think we have a serious issue with all the homosexuality in our community, I'm censored. Why do you think that? Like, seriously, why do you think that?
I think why. A lot crossed my mind when you were saying what you were saying. Even going back to what Mike was saying, it's not really that. It's like, I guess it's larger than what it was a generation ago, as far as with homosexuality. But it's not really like who's homosexual. It's more like the culture of, even with the young men that are straight, how they are kind of like effeminized in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just like, that it's just like the impact that it's having, you know what I'm saying, on everyone, so why they are doing that, I got my conspiracies as to why. Because it really doesn't make sense, because this is not a thing that's just black people are complaining about. This is something that's all across the board. You hear white men saying the same thing, about, they're making the kids soft, and they don't want, transgenders going to the schools and talking with the children. Like, this is something that's all across the board. So you're seeing, like, in Western culture, this will be the beginning, and I guess I'm a fatalist too.
Welcome.
Of the fall of Western culture, and I believe that this is something that's being done intentional, because what's under attack is the family. The family is under attack, and this is why you have like the gender wars. Look at what's being thrown at you, and what's thrown at the children. Because when I watched, for example, when I watched like Thundercats, right?
That's my shit.
Second best cartoon.
I always thought Thundercats was on because I wasn't old enough to see like the first episode. You know what I'm saying? So I thought Thundercats was always on. It wasn't until I got older that I realized that okay, it began maybe like in 83, 84, whenever it began, and then it ended here. That's what that's what the kids are seeing as far as with the transgender. They think in their minds, since they're kids, it was always like this because that's all they know. So when they do certain things, it's not really for us. It's really for the children. These people are projecting, and they want to craft a society that's going to come into play 30 years from now. So they're getting used to certain things that's going to become normal once we get old and we become like Archie Bunker, just complaining those words. They're going to make fun
that
of
was my
our
show too.
and we're just going to be some old weirdos. And this is going to be the norm, So this is what's happening. You're seeing like a from the gender war. So they saying this is what the media is telling you. Hate your woman. Accept trannies. Hate your woman. Don't get married. You know what I'm saying? This is what the media is telling these kids. You know what I'm saying? So once again, imagine the society that you're going to be living in 40 years from now, where these are the children, these are the COVID children, these are the children that had the trannies coming. Imagine that in the 90s, bro. Imagine a man dressed like a woman coming to school to have a conversation. Man, it would have been crazy up in there, bro. We would have been wilding, bro. That would never happen. That would never happen. So it's just like, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
They roast you if your shorts are too short.
Yeah, bro. You talking about the time of baggy jeans and come on, bro. Nah.
I'm sorry to tell y'all, we already in them times.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not just like, just the men that are attracted to other men or the women that's attracted to other women. It's just kind of like the stuff that's aiding and abetting it and how it's having a ripple effect on everybody. Everybody is being affected by this in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? You got, because everything isn't just black and white. You got, for example, late bloomers. And that's male and female, late bloomers. So they're kind of they didn't reach puberty yet, and then some got once you turn 13, 14, the average young man begin to like girls. A late bloomer is still in child mode. They'll say, well, you're gay. That's why you're today's time. That's because you're gay, as opposed to him just being a late bloomer. Maybe it's going to be around 15, 16, 17 where he actually begins to get that itch. So they'll call him today gay. Like, you're gay. That's why so it's just a whole different type of socialization that's going on. And it's just really, in my opinion, it's just to break down, the society, because it's no longer needed. We don't really need a nuclear family anymore because of technology. You know what I'm saying? A nuclear family was conducive for an industrial society. So a person had to go to work, the man had to go to work, whatever the case may be, whatever industrial work they were doing, he'd come home. You know what I'm saying? The wife is there, is cooking, and she's playing her part in the house. None of that's needed now. We got computers doing that shit now. You know what I'm saying? Industries, even in Western culture, even the stuff that's still like, you know, I like our clothes. We want our clothes to be designed a certain type of way that maybe a machine can't do. We'll just send it to a third world country. You know what I'm saying? So today, that is no longer needed. In Western culture, we provide services, and everything else is being done really with technology. And you can see that actually going away with the self-checkouts and all that. That's just the beginning of us we're going to really be like a, I guess like a socialist society. They're going to have to start just paying people not to commit crime.
Yo, that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, because everything now, they're not going to be needed for anything. We just don't want you committing crime, you know? So I'm telling y'all, like, you know, it's going to be a crazy, crazy thing. But I think that ultimately, when you're looking at this, when you're looking at how the society is transforming and what people call the agenda, I think the bigger picture would be them just trying to destroy the family structure, because especially here in America, you can't come in and change America. You know what I'm saying? There cannot be an outside force that come in and change America, because most of us got guns. It's not going to happen.
I disagree. I think
it's not going to happen. It's two ways that's going to, if it's possible, you have to have something that is greater than the gun. Because even if it's an outside force that come in and say, look, we took over, we won the war. Come on. You really think that they're going to come and just change everything?
Yes.
It'll just be chaos and war.
4 letters, sir. BOTS. They have already done it. They've infiltrated America. They run with their bots. They have. Who do you think is the reason that that the men hate women now? Who do you think? You think it's really a bunch of us that live and are living life that are online that are saying all these hateful things to each other? I promise you. Go to a Yelp review. It's bots. This company's great. This company's not. This company's good. Go here. Don't go here. It'll be a bot arguing with themselves. Hey, we don't like them trannies. Trans rights. And then they'll go back and forth for people to read that. Oh, yeah, I agree with this guy. I agree with that guy. It's the same fucking guy. Same person. Bots. They've already infiltrated. This, I believe, who was it that said Russia already, they've been doing this since before the Trump election. They've already taken over us. We just don't know it. Did you see, who was it? Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle, they were having a beef online and neither one of them have a Twitter account? You saw that thing?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Dave said, he's like, on Twitter, they said we were beefing, and he met him, and he was like, hey, man, what's what we beefing out on Twitter? He's like, man, I don't even have a Twitter. He's like, what? Me neither. Like, it's bots. How many times you get on Instagram and somebody you're already friends with tries to add you as a friend?
Yeah.
It's bots.
Shit, I get that all the time.
Right.
Bots. They're all bots. They've already infiltrated. They don't have to use guns. They use computers in their brain. It's already happened. Yo, I know somebody been talking to somebody for 4 years. It's not even that person. It's not even that person. You got to call because don't nobody have anybody's phone number. You want to talk to somebody, you call them on Messenger. That might not even be the only reason I noticed is Trevor's because I can see his ass, and he might be AI.
Yeah, that's definitely he's definitely a drone, man.
Really? Don't nobody got a head that shiny with a beard that full. He front. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, the bots have come over. They got us, bro. And people don't, and I promise you, I sit here with and I feel like I'm the only person. Everybody look at me like I'm crazy. I'm telling you, they here. I have every week I got a new person, a new Asian girl telling me how she got the wrong number.
Bruh.
But I'm a guy and she wants to talk to me.
Right. That always pops up, bro.
Bruh.
You feel me?
What the fuck is that? Yeah.
I'm telling you, these are all bots and angry little African dudes in Nigeria. That's who it is. They already infiltrated us, bro. And AI is gonna make it worse. They're gonna start AI in our voices. They're gonna start calling our grandparents.
Yeah,
hey, I'm in jail.
It's a technology that they have that. It was like
Yeah, you saw how they made Drake sing Ice Spice song? They got Rihanna singing hella covers. Rihanna ain't sung a song in 5 years. But they got her singing it and it sounds better than Rihanna.
It's just crazy. Hey fellas, I'm go. I didn't even get to my Aaron Rodgers story, but it's all good.
Hey, you heard the trade went through?
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring that up. But
so he's in the Jets now.
Yeah, he's a Jet now. They flopped.
Gave up a first.
They flopped. They switched first round picks. So
the conditional for next year.
Yeah, the conditional for next year if he plays 65% of the snaps, which he probably will. But my Dolphins still don't see that. We ready for the Super Bowl. But listen, it's almost 8:30, so I really got to close the showdown. But I thinking we may have to start a Man Talk Monday. I'm just thinking. I'll be
here. Just let me know, man.
I'm thinking we may have to start a Man Talk because they're saying this conversation is really great. So Solar, what we got coming up?
The next debate we have will be what I think is you and Holly.
Yeah, me and Akasha.
You and Akasha. That's on the Saturday, right?
Yeah, that's a Saturday. I don't know what time it is.
We could say I'm gonna talk to Akasha because I know she's she's a mother, so she has to put the kids to sleep first.
Thank you, Nene.
That'll be we got it set on the website for 8 p.m. So the the topic is are fathers' unrealistic expectations detrimental for their daughter's future mate. So we got it set for 8 o'clock Eastern. So I'll confirm that with Holly. With Akasha. I'm sorry, Akasha.
Yeah, she was on earlier. Do we have a debate after that or on Sunday?
Sunday we have Madan, hopefully. He will be going up against MD. Do Black Americans benefit more from an individual or collective economic philosophy?
MD gonna eat him. MD gonna eat on that one. That's MD all day.
Yeah, that's his lane.
All right, so I think the Man Talk Monday thing would be great, man. So Ricardo, y'all gonna hop in St. Louis. I'll send all y'all the thing. Yeah, and he's saying he won't show up. Just give MD the points. So I really enjoy this conversation, man, and I think it's well needed. Because y'all ain't gonna hear from me probably for the rest of the week just because I'm putting the final touches on my debate. So the week of, I like to just go into hiding mode. But yeah, we definitely, and then the playoffs start shortly after. So we definitely need to do this on Mondays, man. Because these type of conversations are needed. So what you was gonna say, Mike?
Oh nah, so somebody needs information so I can debate and I can crush some people.
Oh, no, what is it? SolarVisionDebates.com.
All right, SolarVision Debates.
Yeah, Solar. We need to find a way. I don't know. I see people have like channels tabs on their things.
Are you saying you wanna email me because you trying to get in the league?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You could contact me at Solar Mind. I'll put it in the private chat. Solar Mind.
Yeah, he gonna put it in the private chat, Mike. So just check the private chat. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm bringing these heavyweights over here, man, and let's get this thing jumping. But this is a tremendous conversation, man. I don't like I say, I don't know what the schedule is looking like just because I got a debate coming up. So whenever that happens, I just go into shutdown mode. So, and they kind of mess me up because I'm supposed to have one debate a month, but now I got 2 this month. So, but I'm gonna just roll with it. And then we got the playoffs coming up shortly after that. But yeah, this is where you want to be, man. Straight Talk Society, man. We got something for everybody. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Solar for jumping on. Shout out to Big Mike for jumping on. Nene, Tequila was on earlier. St. Louis, man, you definitely need to hop on this panel at some point. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me see. Did I get through all my plugs? Yeah, y'all make sure and like the Straight Talk Society on Facebook. I do simulcast these videos over on Facebook. The only reason I didn't simulcast this one is because I had to check some people. So I don't want my Facebook people to know that I get real vulgar and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I didn't simulcast this one. But yeah, man, and y'all check out that. If you haven't, check out that Pour Your Heart Out. That Pour Your Heart Out was awesome because it talked about child support, DNA, lies, and deception. And we're working on a show where me, Michael, and probably another man are going to jump on the panel basically to rebuttal the women. So that's going to be a tremendous time. So and
let me know. You know I like doing that type of stuff.
and we oh yeah, peace to Akasha for stopping by. Yeah, me and Akasha had like a good 20-minute conversation when the show started. And we also just working out the time for She Still Can't Wear That. That's that one show that everybody wanted a part 2. He threw in the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. Absolutely, man. Hey,
man, the Dolphins going.
Who is the quarterback for the Dolphins?
Tua.
The trauma center.
Tua. Hey,
I thought they was going to make him retire.
And don't be surprised if we leave draft night with Dalvin Cook as our new running back. So just keep in mind of that.
That will hurt.
He is a pretty solid quarterback, but he just had the concussions.
That hurt my feelings.
He's not better than Hurts. Remember, you was talking to that he was better than Hurts stuff.
Yeah, he is better than Hurts.
Oh no,
man.
No, Nene. When I say rebuttal, I'm not saying we ain't gonna argue. We just it's just I'm in SVDL talk. It's rebuttal.
Nah,
hell, I'm the guy that want to cut the rebuttal time down. So it ain't gonna be really about the rebuttal. I
want to know why Nene has a woman on there that talk, act, move, say the same things I say, but all of a sudden she's okay. It's cool when she say it, but it's a problem when I say it.
Like I said, pour your heart out. Pour your his fake news. Yeah.
all in crickets.
Yeah, Trina.
It was a great show. I'm a fall back and allow you to close out, man. Yeah, I'm liking what you're doing over here, bro. All right, Mike.
Peace, Solar. Thanks for coming through. Hey, did you put the info? Yeah, he put the info in there.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No fake Trina act worse than me. She more ratchet than I could ever be. I watched it. Only difference between me and her is I got bass in my voice. You know the difference between y'all two? She says what she says, but you make it so matter of fact, like you are this way. Whereas with her, she's like, some people are this way. That's the only difference. MISSME. You full of it right now? She said the same thing I said. I watched it. She was like, yeah, because you know how y'all girls be, y'all be out there, we got our games, we running on dudes too. I was like, that's what I said. When I said it was a problem. All right. But we don't get this type of reaction out of her. What kind of reaction? Because she don't get called hurt. The reaction that you give it now. Because nobody confronts her about anything. They just accept it and they go, hee, girl, you hilarious. That's what they do for her. I'm working on getting her over here to talk with me outside of the Pour Your Heart Out. So we'll see when that happens. I'll have y'all have a conversation. So yeah. Nene wrapping me up. So all right, Mike. Happy anniversary. Y'all have a good night. You heard? Thank you. Thanks for coming on. Oh, always. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. I mean, I wasn't planning on being on for this long, but man, the conversation got so good.
you know, my former pastor always let me know, man, sometime when things going, you just got to let it flow. You know, you can't interrupt a good move. And we had a tremendous conversation, man. Thanks to Solar coming on. Thanks to Kasha coming on in the beginning. Thanks to Nini. Thanks for Big Mike coming on, being his entertaining self as always. Ricardo, everybody else watching in the clouds. St. Louis was over here just contributing. Even that Noab Cybot, whoever you are, I'm almost certain you're who they're telling me you are, but it's all good. I appreciate the fact that you're coming over here because your channel is so much bigger than mine. So that means the fact that you're coming over here, you see me as a threat, which I love that, because you should be very afraid, because we're going to rid YouTube of all this bullshit. So there you go with that. So like I said, I got a debate this Saturday. Y'all make sure and check that out, man. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Solar Vision, look, just be sure to like Solar Vision Debate League on YouTube. I'm gonna find a way to link it to the channel so you can just hit it real quick or whatever, like that. I did have a debate last night. My opponent never showed up, but nevertheless, you could go over there and check out my information that I presented, because I think I presented a hell of a lot of information to support my how the hell does this guy keep getting back in the chat? Hey, Noab, hit the link. I'm by myself. I'm up here by myself. Hold on. Let's see what you really are. Hold on. I'm up here by myself. Nobody's up here. Let's see. Let's see if you'll turn your camera on, because you're the same clown that said somebody wanted to debate me if wrestling was a sin, to watch wrestling. That's how ignorant you are. You holy rollers come over here and you think you intimidate me. I'll say that your pastor is a clown and nothing will happen to me. And I'll say that you're a weak man for following a man, being a man's butt boy. If you want to hear some real information, you should have heard the conversation that men had earlier on this platform. We're not over here arguing at one another about some craziness. Why? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I knew that's what it was. He's upset because I'm having an interview with Reginald Young. I knew it. That's why you're upset. I knew that's what it was. Guess what? When Reginald Young comes on over here, make sure your punk ass is over here to listen. And make sure you're here to see how a great entertaining interviewer interviews him. And I'm going to ask him 100 times how it felt to destroy Geno Jennings in a debate. So you make sure that you're over here. Make sure that you're over here, Mr. Cybot. Make sure that you're over here. I knew that's what it was. Bro, you guys on YouTube are ridiculous, bro. You're jealous because I got an interview lined up with Reginald Young. Oh my goodness. Hey, don't worry about St. Louis. Listen, St. Louis been checking you guys for the longest, bro. St. Louis been hey, I hope my viewers are watching this. You have a man over here defending the fact that I'm going to interview a preacher that beat his preacher in a debate. Like, for real. That show you the clownness of these guys. These men are incapable. That's why black women don't want y'all, because y'all incapable of thinking on your own. You're incapable of being a man and standing up on your own. I bet you won't hit this link. I bet you won't turn your camera on. I bet you won't do that. Nah, because you Mr. Big Man, probably got pimples all on your face. You could talk crap. You could talk crap on the internet. You could talk crap on the internet and not, and not have to show your face. You could be Mr. Keyboard Warrior, but you'll never face Mr. Straight Talk. So hold on, I got something for you, because I got this for anytime one of y'all come over here and y'all talk crap. because you must do
Now the
this.
whole world can acknowledge me.
Talk to him, Roman. Talk to him, Roman. They got to acknowledge me. They got to acknowledge me. I've never been on your platform. I know I cannot believe this is Tony Harvin. Bro, let me tell you something. You're the reason. Your channel is what got me into these biblical debates. I cannot believe Tony Harvin is over here trolling me. I feel so honored because your platform is so much bigger. Your platform is like 10 times bigger than mine. So bring your audience over here so they can see what the greatness is compared to that bullshit that you do over there. Oh yeah, I cuss a lot. Compared to what that bullshit is that you guys do over there. So they'll come over here and start listening to some real stuff so they can get edified. And when I have Reginald Young over here, you're more than welcome to have a front row seat. Go ahead and kick him off. Be a man. Just cuss. Just cuss. Yeah, he's one to cuss. But anyway, it's so funny, man. The internet trolling is tremendous. But y'all see, I show my glorious face all the time. But that's something that they'll never do. They will never show their face. Even though if that's Tony Harvin, you can go over to his channel and you'll see what he looks like. He's a boxer from up north, some little pencil thin guy, you know, runs a biblical debate platform that's terrible. They have zero structure. All they do is yell at each other. And then you have a bunch of guys come on that loves his pastor. So they just interrogate the guy who doesn't like their pastor for like an hour. And he just lets them argue. Half the time he's not listening to anything they're saying. Terrible, 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 terrible. If you want to learn how to debate, come on over here on this side. I know a guy. Go to Solar Vision Debate League. We'll show you how it's done. We'll show you how to have some structure. Simple and plain as that. Reginald Young will be on this show. Reginald Young has beaten Geno Jennings. Reginald Young has beaten Captain Cesariak. So I'm going to have the guy on here that beat those two big internet powerhouses. So there you go. And I'm just a small channel. I got maybe 20 live videos. I just start going live. But that shows you the power and the reach of the Straight Talk Society. So keep running your mouth, but you're going to keep on coming over here because that's what you are going to do. You're going to keep on making up 100 fake profiles because that's what you guys do. At least when I come into your chat and I talk crap, it's all under the Straight Talk Society banner. It's always me. I never had to make up a fake profile. I never had to do that. I come right onto your platform. Hell, you know what? In the next debate you have, drop your link and I'm going to hit your link just to show you how much of a man I am versus you. Because I'm going to do for you what you would never do. I'll hit your platform. You won't ever hit my platform. And you can have all your little arguing sissy boys over there yelling at me. Oh, the Son of God. Oh, the Son of God is not in heaven. Oh, what nature is he? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What are you guys debating? Like what you're debating is doing a damn thing for anybody. I know I'm not trying to save the world in my debates, but at least my debates, somebody could leave them and be like, damn, boy, you know, he made me think a little bit. Whereas with what y'all doing, y'all just putting people in a worse off position than what they already are. Hey, what's up, Venkat, man, producer extraordinaire. Yeah, Venkat, I know you probably didn't see the preview. I know, you know your friend. I just I just wanted to go live because, you know, I got a debate coming up. So wanted to just talk a little crap before the debate. Yeah, but like, what are you guys doing that's productive? I could tell you a whole debate. I'm going to tell you your whole shtick. Welcome to the debate platform. Listen how stupid this is. You have 5 to 15 minutes on your arrival to state your position. Please state what church and faith you're from. And then after the 5 to 15 minute introduction, that's still your introduction, 5 to 15 minutes. Then we will have some cross examination. At the 50-minute mark, we will allow the audience to come on and ask questions. Sound about right? Sound about right? I got y'all down pat. Y'all ain't got no opening. Y'all ain't got no premise. Y'all ain't got no rebuttal. Y'all ain't got no rapid fire. Y'all ain't got no closing. Y'all ain't got shit. I cuss a lot. So y'all think that cussing is such a sin? Y'all come on over into this den. Come on over to my side. Come on to my side and let me burn your ears up. Let me burn your ears up with my filthy, disgusting mouth. Let me burn your ears up. That you hear how men talk. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the guy with the microphone. Straight Talk Society, thank you. Thank you for coming through, man. Let me go watch wrestling with my baby girl, man, before she comes in here going crazy. See you guys this Saturday, Solar Vision Debate League, 8:00, me versus Holly. We're gonna have a real good time. I appreciate that, St. Louis. Yeah, man, St. Louis. Hey, you part of the society, man. I know you're doing your own thing. Y'all going over there and check out St. Louis Undisputed Truth TV, and I think the other channel is St. Louis The Truth. Y'all go in and check him out, man. He did a video today where he literally just checked the hell out of somebody. I was so proud of him. Like, he called my man on the phone and just checked the hell out of him like a G does. And maybe had my man just stuttering and buttering, just like, That's how you check people. But y'all wouldn't know anything about that. All y'all do is get up in people's chats and say foolishness. But, you know, men do men shit. So anyway, I'm gone, man. Society, peace out. And now I got, you know, because his haters came in, I'm gonna have to drop that silent assassin on him. I wasn't even gonna do it to him, but now I'm gonna have to drop it out. I'm gonna have to drop it on him. Till next time, y'all be safe. Remember, always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. And with that, I say peace. Silent assassin, get them niggas.
What you gonna do about it? Well, everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problems with busting these niggas open, starting big commotions. Hiding your body in evidence in the ocean. Everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problem with busting these niggas open, starting big commotions. Hiding your body in evidence in the ocean. Everything I do gotta be discussed. Something that's true to me is trust. But who can I trust when these niggas so shady? Talk so much, but they calling me crazy. Behind my back, telling lies, not facts. See, I walk and I talk like I'm on that. But I just be me, can't change myself. My brain maintains, so I gave my wealth. Some niggas hate me, cause they can't fake me. Some women hate me, cause they can't date me. I'm mistreated, never conceited, and I don't plan on being misleaded. Down on my luck, hold up, guess what? Get back up whenever I mess up. You play with fire, you think it won't burn, but that's just a lesson you gon' learn. You know my name, but you don't know me. Them games you play is on for me. The games you play and the names you say could get you killed on any day. And a drop of a dime, niggas stop on that line trying to increase the peace. When niggas start dying, you a little too late. Them niggas too fake, I ain't think it was true, but niggas too fake. Well, everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problems with busting these niggas open, starting big commotions. Hiding your body in evidence in the ocean. Everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problem with busting these niggas open, starting big commotions. Hiding your body in evidence in the ocean.
Don't hate, you hate, why hate? Is it cause all the dough that I make? Or maybe cause you wanna be like me? Can't compete with R.E.W.D. Better beware when I get on the mic. Live and uncut every day, every night. Why you gotta hate on everything that I do? Getting pissed off cause it's me, not you. It ain't my fault. fault that I'm making that cash. It ain't my fault that you want my stash. It ain't my fault that your man want me. It ain't my fault now, can't you see? Jealousy and envy, don't offend me. In my face, tryna act all friendly. Getting paid, gotta make that money. Y'all ain't never gonna take that from me. On the road with my crew, we set it off, y'all know how we do. I know the next time that you see my face, no matter what, you still gon' hate. But it's okay, cause I'm doing my thing. I still keep it real, that ain't never gon' change. This goes out to all the haters out there. Say what you want, cause Big Red don't care.
Well, everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problems with busting these niggas open. Starting big commotions, hiding your body in evidence in the ocean. Everywhere you go, bitches are gonna hate. But what happened when I start scrapping, making the world shake? Cause I have no problem with busting these niggas